So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the 3 stories I want to talk about in this video includes this supposed new patent that's been making the rounds for a PlayStation 5 back button, which of course many have been asking for, PlayStation 5 game prices increasing or not from a certain publisher, and the Xbox Bethesda deal apparently is still up in the air, which is huge. First, let me know if you want a back button attachment for the DualSense controller or not. I've seen many people ask about it since I made my controller comparison video last year for the PlayStation 5. The PS4 back button attachment was, of course, hugely popular. It was even surprising to me how popular it was when it first came out. So I'm curious if this excitement has increased for the PlayStation 5. So comment below. Do you want a back button attachment for the DualSense controller or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, PS5 game price increases from a certain publisher. So, one of the big things to come out of 2020 outside of the new consoles, of course, releasing was that we saw companies start to price their games for $70 US, increasing the price by $10. Many fans, of course, were not happy about this, and it seems as though Ubisoft might not increase their prices just yet. Reading from Games Radar, during a Q&A session following its third quarter earnings call, Ubisoft was asked whether players should expect a price hike in the company's next fiscal year, which spans from April 2021 to March 2022. Without giving a definitive answer one way or the other, Ubisoft CEO Frederick Dugot admitted that the company is evaluating its game prices but hasn't made a final call. In terms of pricing, we've been analyzing the competitive dynamics of the last quarter and we are still looking at new opportunities, but we have not made any decision yet, Dugut said. So Ubisoft is still undecided about this whole thing. Honestly, from what I've seen with Ubisoft games, their prices drop a lot and fast. They have some great games in their roster, but you could see prices drop fast not long after the launch of each game. So even if they increase their prices, most will probably just wait for a sale. Now, diving into the second story of the video, the Microsoft Bethesda deal could be shut down or not approved. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, the European Union has found that Microsoft's proposed $7.5 billion acquisition of ZeniMax could fall within its competition regulations, but no final decision has been made on the deal. As reported last week, the EU will decide by March 5th whether to clear the acquisition, which would see the Xbox firm gain ownership of games publisher Bethesda and its many franchises including Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, and Doom. The European Union's competition law is the most influential in the world alongside the United States' own antitrust regulations. In a statement published following Microsoft's request proposal this month, the EU revealed that Microsoft is planning to acquire ZeniMax by means of a merger with a newly created Microsoft subsidiary called Vault. This is a similar approach to how EA is proposing to acquire Codemasters. On preliminary examination, the Commission finds that the notified transaction could fall within the scope of the merger regulation. However, the final decision on this point is reserved, the EU said in its statement. Competition law seeks to maintain market competition by regulating anti-competitive conduct by companies. In the case of mergers and acquisitions, regulators can prohibit deals which are considered to threaten market competition or suggest remedies such as an obligation to divest part of the new business. In the last decade, the EU blocked a proposed merger between Dutch logistics company TNT and American rival UPS, as well as the proposed takeover of Aer Lingus by Ryanair. So the basic gist is that the Xbox Bethesda acquisition could fall within EU rules, but the final decision to approve this deal is still up in the air and will be decided by March 5th. I honestly would be shocked if this deal falls apart. That would be, of course, a huge blow to Xbox and especially Game Pass, considering the amount of content that's here that could come to the service and probably won't if this doesn't get approved, I'm assuming. I guess we'll find out what happens on March 5th, which is just a few weeks away. But you guys let me know if you think it would hurt Microsoft and Xbox a lot if this deal doesn't go through. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the final story of the video, the PS5 back button attachment. So the basic story here, from what I understand, is that a patent was filed last year and published this month discussing a back button attachment. From what I see, this looks to have images of the DualShock 4 back button attachment, but it could be used as a reference here to showcase the objective of this patent. The original DualShock 4 back button was revealed in late 2019, I believe, and released in early 2020. According to this patent, it was filed last summer, months after the release of the DualShock 4 version of the back button, but it also seems to reference older patents from earlier on in 2019 in its description section. But the really important part of this is not when this patent was filed, but the recent publication. This is what has fans interested since it was published on February 4th, 2021. This has people wondering if an announcement for a new back button is on the way for the PlayStation 5 sometime soon. So I'll say this, considering the huge popularity of the DualShock 4's back button, I would not be surprised to see a DualSense iteration of the attachment. Sony wouldn't even need to change much of what it already had. It just needs to mold it to the DualSense's structure, and it's money in the bank, basically. They could upgrade it and add more to it, of course, but either way, it'll be a success, and I would be surprised if we didn't get a new one for the DualSense controller. If there is to be an announcement sometime soon, or if there is to be an announcement at all, I don't think anyone can guess at a date, because Sony could just drop this trailer whenever for this thing. We just don't know when, but I would be surprised if Sony doesn't take this opportunity. But you guys let me know if you think Sony will make a DualSense back button attachment or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is a part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "Give me all the buttons." Obviously, this is in reference to the back button attachment. And if you're excited for Sony to bring that to the DualSense controller, destroy the comment section with "Give me all the buttons." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.